Members of the House, this morning I want to introduce you to Elizabeth Catlett, an artist with a great connection to Iowa. What makes a work of art revolutionary? For the artist and educator Elizabeth Catlett, the answer depended on who the work addressed. Motivated by a conviction to put art to the service of people, Catlett produced sculptures and prints across her more than 6-decade career that drew on her personal experiences as an African-American woman, mother, and émigré, eventually living in Mexico. Catlett was born in Washington, D.C. in 1915. Despite the racial and gender barriers limiting educational and career opportunities for Black women at the time, Catlett decided at an early age to become an artist. She enrolled at Howard University in 1931. After a stint as an art teacher, she came here to the University of Iowa, becoming the first student ever to receive a Master in Fine Arts degree from the university. It was during this period that she began making sculptures in wood, plaster, clay, and bronze, encouraged by her instructor, American Regionalist painter Grant Wood, who, she recalled, advised her to make art about something you know the most about. Wood's directive fueled Catlett's artistic output, inspiring her to represent women, Black people, and the working class, the subjects she knew best. Directly addressing people whose perspectives and experiences, like hers, had historically been excluded from artistic representation, Catlett developed a distinctive visual language. Her work influenced younger generations of artists, including many associated with the Black arts movement in the 1960s and 1970s, who shared her activist principles and commitment to harnessing art for liberation. Her series, The Black Woman, depicts the everyday realities, achievements, and fears of Black women, as well as matriarchal figures, including abolitionist Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman, and author Phyllis Wheatley. Collectively, the prints offer an expansive view of Black womanhood, while at the same time inviting viewers to connect with and act as surrogates for Catlett's subjects through the first-person narrative captions that accompany each image. In both form and content, the series was heavily influenced by the paintings of Mexican muralists of the era and the graphic arts produced at a print workshop committed to collaboration, accessibility, and social causes. Although Catlett originally envisioned her stay in Mexico as a brief visit, she permanently relocated to the country in 1947, marrying fellow artist Francisco Mora, with whom she had 3 sons. Catlett drew on her experiences as a mother herself when making the terracotta Mother and Child, which recasts the white Madonna and child iconography with Black subjects. Offering a vision of Black maternal love, Catlett pictures the mother and child in a close embrace, their quiet repose and introspective tenderness lending the sculpture an air of gravity despite its intimate scale. Catlett employed a pre-Hispanic method of sculpting that she learned from the artist Francisco Zuniga to make the work, using coils of terracotta to build the hollow form. With this and thematically related works, she became one of the first African-American artists to consistently visualize Black motherhood. Despite being at a geographic remove, she remained keenly aware of and involved in Black people's political efforts in the United States throughout the 1960s and 70s. Such works as Malcolm X Speaks for Us declare her support for the civil rights movement and solidarity with those fighting for equality. Her political involvement led the U.S. to label her an undesirable alien, and for over a decade she was barred from entering the country of her birth. Her U.S. citizenship was not reinstated until 2002. Catlett remained undeterred. She remained an active artist until her dying peacefully in her sleep at her studio home in Cuernavaca on April 2nd, 2012, at the age of 96. I wish to close with one last quote from Elizabeth Catlett, spoken in 1973. After I decided to be an artist, the first thing I had to believe was that I, a Black woman, could penetrate the art scene, and that further, I could do so without sacrificing one iota of my Blackness or my femaleness or my humanity. Thank you for letting me recognize Elizabeth Catlett.